Hey folks, I'm Captain Jimbo Keith.
And I'm Captain Jim Keith.
Welcome to another episode of Keith Boys Outdoors. So, we got the cast net today. Gonna film throwing it a little bit. Captain Jim's gonna show you his way. I'm gonna show you my way, the ways that just work for us. There's thousands of different ways out there on YouTube that you can search and learn how to throw the cast net. These are a couple ways that just work for us. We throw it two different ways, so it just gives you two different ways to see it. They work really good. I've thrown a 12-foot net the way I throw mine. He's thrown a 12-foot net the way he throws his. We use an 8-foot net day to day. I throw a 10, he throws an 8. It's just because I have a 10. I got a good deal on one. All right, the nets we throw are a Lee Fisher Joy net. No ties with them at all. They're just like $100, $120 on Amazon. Mm-hmm. We get them really quick. They just work for us. The brails seem to hold up. Anyway, so that being said, I hope you enjoy the cast net throwing. I hope you learned something from it. Our fishing report for this week. Captain Jim's had a pretty good finish in the tournament this past week. I spent about every day on the water that was not raining. Can't remember what day it was. Maybe Monday I got rained out. Monday, or you remember what day it was we got rained out? I guess not. Anyway, redfish bite has been pretty solid for this early in the spring. Been catching a lot of oversized ones on cut mullet. It's been working really good. There's not a lot of pinfish on the flats yet. There's some showing up, but not a ton of them, so you're not getting all them little bumps on your bait. No snook yet around the islands, but they are showing up in Crystal River, and them boys are catching them down there. I look for them to start happening anytime. Got a lot of wind this week. Water's really stirred up. Fishing's kind of went a little downhill the last couple days, the end of the week, but I still think it'll be, pretty solid. We'll catch some fish. The trout bite's been pretty solid. They've got roe in them, so they've got to start spawning. They're moving in right now. But anyway, Captain Jim, tell us about the freshwater side of things.
Well, we fished Orange Lake, the Jacksonville Senior Bass Club, and there were 47 boats in it or something. I think 47 boats. And it took 15 pounds, 15.70 to win it, and 15.19 to get second. And that's what I did. I got second place, Dan Stewart and I. And I think John Keene and Steve Williams won first. They beat us by a little bit. We beat them by a little bit too. He reminded me. So he was Steve and John
swapping
reminded me about that. But anyway, the bass are biting there. Everybody caught fish. And there's been some big ones caught. The 7 pounds, some had big fish, took big fish, and there were some 6s caught. And 5s, and I had one about 4.5, so our big fish. We just need a big fish. But anyway, we called about 5 or 6 times up to our 5 lay-in fish that we weighed. And let's see, I had some reports from Nunes Lake. There's a few specks been there, caught there, speckled perch there, and Santa Fe Lake. Friends of mine went out there in Santa Fe and caught a few in Santa Fe still. So went to Lake Russo. I posted a picture of a nice fish I caught there. Might see that on Instagram or Facebook, whichever one. I posted one. Captain Stephen, and his dad, Captain Steve, went out. We went out there fishing when it was right there.
Pouring rain. That was on Friday.
Yeah,
that's what day it was.
My trip, and we just went bass fishing in the rain there. Anyway, they were biting pretty good. We caught a good, nice mess of fish and released them all. All the fish we catch, all the bass we catch, we release. We don't ever keep any of those. And we don't keep all our trout. Most people think we just take everything. And we release a lot of our redfish and our trout. We only keep whatever our customers like to keep. I just want to emphasize that. We don't, destroy everything and try to take everything we catch. So don't get that idea just because you see some. But we do catch a lot of fish. So a lot of them get released.
And we do catch and we clean a lot. Yeah. Our customers take them. They enjoy keeping them.
That's what they come for. Yeah.
If they don't want them, we don't just kill fish because we want to load our freezer up.
Yeah,
I promise you, I don't have fish in my freezer, and Captain Jim probably has very little fish in his freazer, and most of them are probably speckled perch.
Yeah.
Not a lot of saltwater fish are kept by us.
We want.
If we want them, we just go catch them. We don't
fresh,
load the freezer up. It's not that way for us.
They have a lot of fun catching.
Yeah, a lot of people have they see it all the fish that come, that we catching, and they think we're just killing them, and that's not the case. And in a lot of captains, that's not the case.
Yeah.
What you see is just a very minimal amount of fish that's being kept compared to what's being caught.
Yeah.
So know those, you know, you cut us some slack. You people out there that are haters on that. We do release a lot of fish, and we'll try to start videoing a little more of the releasing part of things. But anyway, I also heard on saltwater that there's a few mackerel showing up at a Seahorse Reef. So when it gets calm, that'll definitely be an option of getting out there and doing
some more drum too.
Yeah, big old black drum, big drummers everywhere
Yeah.
on the flat.
Some good pictures of guys. They just love to catch them.
Yeah.
They're all release fish too. We don't keep any.
Yeah, we don't keep them all. They're fun to catch.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about this, but I'm gonna mention it. If you struggle at the boat ramp of getting your boat off the trailer or getting it on the trailer or backing the boat down, please contact one of us. We don't mind giving you some pointers and helping you learn a few things that we've learned over the years. I was on the boat. I see kids nowadays, their dad's back down there. They're 12, 15 years old. They go stand on the dock while their parents back the boat in, and they got a park, and they're all by themselves, and that dad struggles. When I was about 7 or 8, he used to launch me in the bass boat at a tournament and say, put the trolling motor down, pull the boat out there. He wouldn't let me crank the big motor up yet, but I would run the trolling motor, and it just made his job easier, and it made it faster at the boat ramp. So, dads, if you don't know how to teach your son or your daughter, okay, let us know. We don't mind helping you. We don't mind pointing things out that we've learned over the years, giving you ideas. I can put Addie in the boat right now, back her down off the trailer, and she can run it. Okay, she likes to be in the truck a little bit more and back the trailer down instead of getting in the boat, but it's not, because now she's able to drive a vehicle. She doesn't mind driving the truck and doing that. But anyway, it's something that, it don't really frustrate me. It just makes me feel bad for guys. I watched the same guy, 2 different weekends in a row, same boat, trying to get his boat off the trailer, and he struggled the whole time. And I said, hey, you need to do this. He got it off. He's like, man, how'd you know to do that? Just been doing it a while. This weekend, he did the same thing. And it's like, I don't want to go tell him because I don't want him to think I'm picking on him. But if you struggle, let us know. You know, if you need some help, please. We're usually at the boat ramp. Just ask us. We'll tell you. And we understand that not everybody gets to do it every day like us.
Yeah, and there's usually a line there.
Yeah, and you're getting frustrated. And
you want to see some good husband and wife fights.
Yeah.
And get mad and I feel sorry for the women sometimes.
Yeah, because
they don't know.
Guys, don't put your wives in that situation. All right, my wife, she ain't, and neither is my mama. They're not running the boat. They're not getting it. They're not backing the trailer. They're not.
Some of you like that too.
Yeah,
your wife's not going to do that.
And that's fine.
That's right.
You know, let them go. Let them sit in the air conditioning in the truck or the heat if it's cold while you get the boat in the water. But that's
there's
cool.
ways to do it. You can do it by yourself.
Yeah, there's real easy ways to do it right by yourself. Where
Let's
you don't
do
hold
a show like that.
Yeah, we need to. Where you're not holding the dock line, letting the boat go. Okay, you don't have to do that. There's easier ways to do that.
Yeah.
Because then you're sitting there holding the dock line with the boat drifting all in the ramp when people are trying to get the boat in, and whoever's holding the rope, they're frustrated because they're clogging up the boat ramp. So.
And if there's somebody standing there, sometimes they don't mind holding them.
Yeah, they don't mind.
Hey, man, you grab this line for me if you don't mind.
You don't mind at all.
Tie it off for me or something, or just I'll be right back.
Yeah. So it's not, you know, and if you need a spot at the dock, don't be afraid to ask somebody, especially if a captain's sitting there. You know, if he's sitting there clogging the dock, just ask him, hey, you mind moving a little bit while I, you know, get my truck and park it? You know, most of them are pretty cool. They're at Cedar Key, so I don't know about everywhere else. I just speak for Cedar Key. But anyway, things are easy out there if you make them easy. Just
maybe we'll do a little filming and launching, taking the boat off the trailer, a few things while we're there. That might, and then she can put that in there sometime.
No need to struggle at the boat ramp because it makes the day not enjoyable. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, I hope y'all get something out of the show. Hopefully, we'll have us a trailer boat launching segment coming up here soon. That'll be something for us to throw in there. Trout are still biting the B52 corks. Drum are hitting a jig, just casting a bare jig.
Yeah,
Captain Jim's
on the glow color. They like that glow color for some reason. That big drum.
Yeah,
they like that.
Been catching trout on Green Moon and Glow.
Yeah.
Yep. So give a shout out to Bass Assassin. Still using them.
The bass like that RSB worm.
Yeah. They loving that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swim that thing.
But your buddy, Who'd you want to mention? Give him a shout out to him.
Gary.
He's a
I
big
met Gary.
follower.
I met one of our followers there and subscribers there, Gary, and his wife at the boat ramp last weekend there, and showed him a little pointers that he needed.
Yeah.
He just got a new boat, and I'll put his probably post his picture there. I took a picture of him and told him I'd put him on our show there. He liked that.
He messaged us on our page. I hadn't told you about yet. I thought you might just see it, but he's looking for some redfish spots.
Yeah.
He thanked us for help. Thank Captain Jim for helping him out, and we'll take care of you, Gary.
Hey,
point you in the right
I tell
direction.
you where redfish spots are. Just find some oyster bars around the island. Hey,
yeah, fish around the island.
Get
Fish
some
and
cut mullet, and you'll get your favorite spots shortly. When they,
pretty quick. Right now, if you pull up on a spot and you throw 2 or 3 mullet baits up there, and you don't get bit in 10, 15 minutes, you might as well move.
Move 100 yards,
50
yards.
Just move around just a little bit, because the school might not be just right there. They might be where you
right down the shore there.
That's right. So just move. Don't sit there all day. Just because we tell you that point right there is a good one, don't mean they're going to be there
every day.
Might not. We move around. We have it wouldn't be a pattern we do every day, but we run spots. Same spots. We work them.
Moving.
Unfortunately, other people are working them spots too, so we're not the only ones fishing them. But anyway.
Same thing on the trout.
Same deal. Move around. That's why. That's one thing that helps us.
One big tip right there for you.
Move a lot. We burn a lot of fuel. That's just part of it.
Fish got fins, they swim.
Yep, that's
they move around too. You got to move with them.
Stay in the rough water, folks.
Yep, stay in the rough water. Stay out of the calm.
Stay out of the calm.
Where the crocs are.
Yep. All right. Y'all have a good one.
Later. Yeah. Hey, first off, I'm going to show you the way I throw a cast net. And a lot of you, if you've never seen a cast net before, this is the line here that connects everything to your braille and everything. But you get a net, it's got a loop. Take that loop and just stick your main line through there, then put your wrist through there, and you got it just like that. Then you make little loops like this. You gather up all the pull line all the way up to the neck and the horn. This is called the horn. Okay, I grab down about 1.5 feet. This is 8-foot net, so I'm gonna take a couple of swipes at it. Okay, I'll go down here about waist high. This is about, I'll grab it right here. Then I'll grab it all in one hand. Okay, now people throw it different ways. This is just the way I throw it, and Jimmo throws a different way, and other guys throw it away. Up here in Cedar Key, we use a cast net mullet. We don't use throw nets for the whitebait or the pilchards and stuff like they do from Crystal River South, Florida on down. Guys throw it. They fish a lot of that. We fish about mullet. So this is the old mullet cast net. Cedar Key, mullet's the bait for us. We don't have much of the whitebait or the pilchards there like they do down south. So I gather it like this, 2 hands. Then I'll take my hand and I'm going to split this net in half. I'm grabbing halves and pulling it and grouping it up, okay? I've got about half there. Then I got my thumb here. What I'm going to do is roll my thumb just like that. Roll this net over my thumb like that, okay? Then I've got this part down here, okay? I just reach down and grab the net. This is where I go into my mouth. Take that. I just do arm length here. Then I take what I went over my thumb and I roll it off there. Okay, and now I'm ready. Okay, and I got this in the palm of my hand. The lead line is in the palm, and I'm going to swing it around my body and come across. Okay, and then I'm going to pull with my left hand. Arm length down, roll that off, and I'm ready to go. Okay. I'm going to swing this around my body and come out like that, okay? So, if there's a school of mullet right there between us, you and me, I would take there, I'd go. Throw it just like that. It'll open up. Once the net hits the bottom, if you're in shallow water, don't just pull it straight in. I like to work it, pump that weight, okay? The lead line. And it spooks the fish to the center. If you start pumping it like that, you're bouncing it, pulling it. Last minute, then you'll get them bunched up, and then you can go ahead and pull them on in, okay? And get them and bag them up. That's how I throw the cast net.
All right, folks. So Captain Jim just got done running you down on a few things on how to load up your rope line, which is connected to your net. Some people lay this line in the boat and they throw it. I like to hold it in my hand, and so does Captain Jim. It's less to tangle up on. So a couple things that I am going to tell you. It's a little bit of cast net knowledge. This is your horn, okay? This is where your net all connects here. If you look at different nets, some nets have a bigger horn up top, like the full-on net mullet nets that have like a 2-inch stretch. They have a big horn. On this net, it's got a 1-inch stretch. Okay, your square mesh. That's the size of your mesh, and it's basically what size fish is gonna go through it. If he's under 1 inch, he'll go through this. But you don't want to have big holes up here. So if you're catching small bait will run out the top, because a lot of times that's where the fish gather to. They run to the top of the net, up to the horn, when you start bagging it at the bottom. All right, these lines right here that pull the net together, this is a pitiful excuse because this net's well used. These are brails, okay? These lines are brails. They will break a lot of times, but they're connected to the lead line. So when you pull this, your rope to pull it in, this pulls from the bottom of the net up, and that's how a cast net bags up, okay? So you want to make sure your brail lines aren't all tangled up. Twisted a little bit's okay. But when you're loading this net up, if your brail lines are in a knot, you're not going to get a very good throw. So what I do, Captain Jim showed you the way he throws his net. How I throw mine, and it works well for me. Is this an 8-foot net? You can grab it once or you can grab it twice. What a lot of times I'll do is I'll grab it twice, just like Captain Jim, because I want it about my waist right here, maybe a little bit lower. But I'll take my net and separate it in 2 pieces. Okay, you got 2 different halves. All right, just like Captain Jim did, but he's holding his. Mine's laid on the deck. Grab this one about knee high, thumb up. Whenever you go to grab the other one, you're just rolling it over top of you. You're just going underneath that. You're going to take this hand. I let the net go, just half that I had. Grab this one on top. And when I open it up, both my thumbs are up. Okay, it's one thing you got to remember. It's pretty simple. You got both pieces of net laying there just like that. Whatever hand you're going to lead with, or I guess not lead with, it'd be follow with. You want to take it and just twist that net. You don't want to lay it on top. You just want to roll it and lay it underneath that thumb. It's very simple. It's something to learn. Once you learn that, okay? Once you learn that all you have to do is twist that hand, your net's perfectly ready right there, okay? I reach down right here in the middle, somewhere in the middle. Once you get used to throwing it, it doesn't have to be really precise. When you grab it in the middle, that's the lead line that goes in your hand. What'll help you a lot, you want to make sure that lead line is not twisted when you put it in your mouth. You want it opened up. So that net's pretty much open, ready to go. Put it in your mouth, reach down your lead line. That net's pretty much open. I mean, I can stand right here and just toss it, okay, and it would open up. But I'm going to back up, and I'm going to throw it right there. Okay, school of mullet right there in front of me. I'm on the deck of the boat. I just coasted up here. I'm relaxed. Net can sit by my side on the deck of the boat. I see the fish, load it up, lay it out right there. Okay, it's real simple. One thing you want to remember is when you follow through, spin it around, hold on with this hand last, and lay it down. I can throw this net out at a great distance that way. Sometimes we got to chase our bait. They're not right there at the boat. Like the guys down south, they chum the bait up and get them right there at the boat. We don't get to do that. Captain Jim, Captain Steven, all of us, sometimes we work real hard to get our bait. So I'm going to show you real quick just how quick it is for me to load it up. Pull this net in, lay it on the deck real quick. I'm ready to throw again. Okay, just that quick. Sometimes the mullet are running. Got mullet right out there. Okay, throw that sucker out there and get your bait and ready to go fishing.